Good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to everybody who is watching us live. My name is Ruben Lobo, and I am your host for this wonderful day. Today is the Festival of Lights in India, and what a beautiful day to have the first virtual press release for the biggest virtual ceramic implantology congress that is about to take place in the month of December on the 12th and the 13th, 2020. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's such a wonderful honor to have you all watching us live. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also an honor to have with us Dr. Sammy Noumbissi, the president of the International Academy of Ceramic Implantology, the IAOCI as it's commonly called. Dr. Sammy, very good morning to you and thank you for joining us in this press release.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sammy. Dr. Sammy, ladies and gentlemen, is a well-known ceramic implantologist from the United States of America. There's so much to tell you about Dr. Sammy, but a short introduction is what I'd like to give you. Dr. Noumbissi obtained his doctorate in dental surgery from the Harvard University in Washington, D.C. He was then selected to attend the prestigious Loma Linda University graduate program in implant dentistry. There, he received 3 years of formal training in dental implantology, which culminated with a certificate in implant dentistry and a Master of Science degree in implant surgery. He is a researcher, author, and has published book chapters and articles in implant dentistry and ceramic implants in peer-reviewed dental journals. He is a visiting professor at the University of Milan and another university in Italy, and is also a visiting researcher in the materials department at the INSA Lyon in France. Dr. Noumbissi is the founder and the current president of the International Academy of Ceramic Implantology, which is an independent association focused on the metal-free and ceramic implantology practice. He is a fellow and an ambassador at the Clean Implant Foundation, whose mission is to access production quality and purity of commercially available dental implant surfaces. Dr. Noumbissi has been practicing and educating dentists all across the globe in metal-free implantology, and that is the reason why he's here present with us for the first ever virtual press release. Ladies and gentlemen, without much further ado, let's start with the much-awaited question and answer session for the press release. Dr. Sammy, before we move to the World Congress, I want to ask you a few questions that I'm sure you would love to address. The first question being, why ceramic implants?
Well, ceramic implants, first of all, thanks for having me. And I also want to thank Dentist Channel for partnering with the IAOCI in putting together the very first virtual ceramic implant congress. Second, I want to apologize again for being late. It's not my style. I just had some changes in my schedule while I'm here. I'm very, very happy to be here. And now I'm going to answer your question. So, so why ceramic implants? Ceramic implants is not new. You know, it's something that a lot of, if I may call them, dental forefathers have been working on since the 60s, you know. And the original ceramic implants had a lot of problems. Obviously, like any new material, there's challenges. And one of the early challenges was the strength of the material and the durability of the material in the oral environment, because certain ceramics don't handle humidity very well. And we know the mouth is always humid. So, but more so, the reason why people were really looking at ceramic implants is because metals have a history of not doing very well in the body environment, okay? So when you put metals in an environment that's wet or an environment that's acidic, the metal tends to have a corrosion, and then there's release of metal into the body, and it can cause a lot of health problems. So ceramic implants were first and foremost for health reasons, okay? Today, a lot of people like to talk about ceramic implants in terms of aesthetics. That's a plus. Okay, aesthetics always, white implants always allow for better aesthetics than, you know, metal silver color implants. So why ceramic implants? First, it was a health concern. Then maybe second, a material concern in terms of the durability and the stability of the material in the oral environment. And maybe a distant third, if I may say, is aesthetics. Yeah.
Absolutely, yes. And I think the most important thing for a person to use a metal-free implant is for the matter of fact that they are corrosion resistant, metal-free, and of course there is no metal going in the human body. Thank you so much for answering to that question, Dr. Sammy. We move to the next question. I think a very important question per se, because we have to address it as a matter of fact. When are we supposed to use ceramic implants? Can we use them for every patient? Can we rehabilitate a patient with a ceramic implant? I mean, every patient.
Okay. That's yes. Ceramic implants, as well, the modern ceramic implants are about, I'll say, 10 to 15 years old. Okay, and there's, because of the material, the ceramic implants do not have all the, how will I say, the prosthetic parts and prosthetic modification adjustments that you can have with conventional implants. Now, can you use ceramic implants in every patient? Yes. Can you use ceramic implants in every scenario? Because you have to realize that sometimes people have a certain type of bite or a certain type of the way they chew. So sometimes there you have to be very careful and selective how you use ceramic implants. But I can tell you, you can use ceramic implants from the single tooth to the full jaw or the full mouth. Okay. However, in order to be able to use ceramic implants, you have to be very, very diligent and very precise. Okay. They're not as forgiving as titanium implants. And what do I mean by that? Is that first it starts with the patient, the host, the person that's going to receive that implant. They need to be healthy. Okay. Titanium, you can get away with titanium in a lot of bad situations, smokers, diabetics, but with ceramic implants, you really have to make sure that systemically the patient is optimized. And what do I mean by that? For example, the vitamin D3 level of the patient is very important. Okay, because vitamin D3, it's called a vitamin, but it's really a hormone. But vitamin D3 plays multiple roles in a person's body. It plays a role in the immunology. It plays a role in bone forming. It plays a role in many aspects that are necessary for an implant to be successful. Then you're looking at maybe if does the patient has high level cholesterol. High cholesterol people don't heal very well. Does the patient take antidepressants or some other types of drugs or steroids? So all these things make it that if you're going to get involved with ceramic implants, it's just not buying another kit and buying another set of drills and then you're ready to place ceramic implants indiscriminately like you did. Ceramic implants require a lot more preparation, and we're learning this almost every year, because when I started ceramic implants 11 years ago, we were told, oh no, just buy the implant and just place it like you place a titanium implant. But as the years go by, we're finding out with studies and with a clinical experience that no, you want to make sure that the host, that the patient is healthy, that the patient is stable before you do these implants, because the way these implants respond to the body is very different than the titanium implants. The ceramic implants has no coating, no modification on the surface, well, a coating modification. Therefore, it requires a very healthy body to be able to be successful. Whereas titanium implants have, first of all, they've been around longer, 50 years, and they've developed a lot of surface coating and surface modification technologies, which makes it very much more likely to have bone form around it, even if the patient is not very healthy. So it takes your practice to another level where you're not only a dentist, but you also have to be, you have to look at yourself as a physician of the mouth, where you look at the patient as a whole, not just the head, not just the jaw, not just the tooth, but also the health, the general health of the patient. And that's how you're successful with ceramic implants.
Thank you so much, Dr. Noumbissi. We move to the next question. Can we use a ceramic implant in cases of immediate loading?
Yes, you can. But you have to, again, you have to be very, very selective, because when you immediate load implants, that means that the implant itself has a design that's specifically adapted to immediate loading. Now, what do I mean by that? The design of the implant has to be with very aggressive threads, which engage the bone almost like a wood screw, and which give the implant a very strong primary stability. Because if you're going to immediate load, the implant has to be very stable at the moment, immediately after placement. So that means the implant needs to be stable, even though osseointegration has not taken place yet. Okay? So, and then has to stay stable. Now, the challenge we've had until recently, although that is changing now with ceramic, is that you could not make ceramic implants with very sharp threads, because the sharper the threads are, the more thin they are. They have to be thin to be sharp. And if you have ceramic that's too thin, then it has a tendency to break. Although now a few systems out there have overcome that challenge because the formulations of the ceramics have become better. The strength, the flexibility is improving very, very quickly. So now you have some ceramic implants there that are designed to do immediate loading in terms of a one tooth or in terms of a full arch. So it's like you said, to come back to your first question, the evolution is really going fast and well to where now almost every case in implant dentistry can be done with ceramic implants, including immediate load.
Thank you so much, Dr. Noumbissi. We move to the next question. I think probably this should be a very interesting question for you. Where do you see the future of ceramic implants or ceramic implantology?
Well, it's only going to be bright, and it's been bright, and it's getting brighter and bigger. It's growing exponentially, mainly because today with technology, you and I are sitting here, we're essentially having a TV show. Okay, this was not possible 15 years ago, 10 years ago. We would have to go in a studio and have big computers. Okay, so today what's happening is our patients basically have access to the same information dentists have. Okay, they go online. You don't have to be a dentist to be able to find information. 20 years ago, you have to go to the library, maybe, and then you sit there for 3 hours to find information. Today, on your phone, on your tablet, you Google, you click, whatever, and you find a lot of information. So what has happened here is patients are aware and well informed in a lot of cases on the trends, on the new technologies, on the evolution of products and materials. So what you find is the request for ceramic implants today, and it's been like that for the last 11 years I've been involved, is driven by patients. So you have patients who go to like today, there's probably a bunch of people who are not dentists listening to us right now. I mean, that's how the world has become. But you find that you have patients who go to dental offices and tell the dentist, I want a ceramic implant. And still, unfortunately, a lot of dentists look at the patient and say, where did you hear about this? This does not exist. So what we're doing, again, that's what the IAOCI is doing. We're really trying to get the dentists to be aware of this technology and to stop being surprised or informed by their patients. Okay? I have to admit myself, the first time I heard about ceramic implants, it was a patient who told me about this. I trained in one of the best programs in the world, but at the time, ceramic implants had not matured enough that it was even worth teaching us about that. Actually, when we mentioned it, it was always in a bad way. Oh, they fracture. Oh, they fail. Oh, they're not good. Well, today, that's no longer the case. And so when you're asking me where the future is, it's only going to grow, because when you start having a product or a service that's consumer driven, well, the growth is always much faster than if it's driven by the professionals. And now it's the duty of the dentists and the professionals to catch on, to get themselves educated on this technology so that they're prepared and able to receive. Because I see more, if you sit down, and some surveys have come out where if you present a patient a ceramic implant and you present a patient a titanium implant or a metal alloy implant, and you say, patient, I have the white implant and I have the silver implant for you. However, if you want the white implant, you're going to pay a little extra. I'm telling you, 80, 90% of the time, they're willing to pay extra because in their mind, it's unbelievable. They understand very quickly that a metal is not the best thing to have in your body to begin with. I mean, it's worked. It's worked fairly well over the years. But now we know with the corrosion problem and all these things that this is probably not the best thing anymore. Okay? I even go as far as saying I do not see titanium implants anymore as biocompatible. No? The most biocompatible material now is zirconia. Titanium, in my view, and many agree, is biotolerated. And if you talk to orthopedic surgeons, they would agree with me. There's a tolerance of the material, but it doesn't mean it's the best material. So where does ceramic implantology go? It's only going to grow. And I encourage my colleagues to really get on board, because even the cost of ceramic implants is going down. So that means at some point, we're going to get where the cost is no longer going to be a reason not to offer or propose these options to patients.
Absolutely. I think with the years to come, very soon we are going to see titanium and ceramic implants coming at par with the cost because of the kind of research, development, and manufacturing opportunities
Absolutely.
that come around with ceramic implants. Wonderfully answered, Dr. Sammy Noumbissi. Thank you so much. Last question from the question and answer series. Very important question once again, and I'll be happy if you answer it. Where to start becomes the most important question for every individual. So, what, according to you, should an implantologist or a dentist needs to know before he or she wishes to start with the science of ceramic implantology?
Okay, this is I'm very glad you brought this up, because uh, what's happening right now is that a lot of dentists, surgeons, just say, "Hey, okay, this implant is, what's special about it? It's only, the only difference is white, and it's ceramic. I should be able to place it. I should be able to buy the kit and place it." Yes, you can do that, but there's a lot more nuances and intricacies to how to use a ceramic implant. Like I was saying a little earlier, you will have success with ceramic implants if you have well optimized patients. And again, I'm going to repeat myself. What do I mean by an optimized patient? I mean a patient that is capable of healing from the surgery, but also forming bone around the implant, okay? And making that bone in a timely manner, okay? So what happens is, like I was saying, the original ceramic implants did not have sharp threads. Now they do. So maybe that's an obstacle that's overcome. The osseointegration mechanism over ceramic and over titanium is slightly different, okay? And the ceramic demands that the patient be healthy, that the patient can heal, that the patient has enough nutrients, vitamins, minerals, that they're pretty well balanced. So what this does, it takes us back in the realm of medicine, dental medicine. You're not just a mechanic buying a kit and some drills and drilling people's jaws and placing implants there, because you're going to have failures. Another aspect, very important, is treatment planning, because you can have a healthy patient, but if you always think you're going to freehand your surgeries and not treatment plan your procedures, well, you might have a higher rate of failures and be disappointed with ceramic implants. I am a trainer. I've been teaching ceramic implants for 11 years. And I can tell you this. Most people who felt they didn't need the training or some degree of education on the material, on the technology, on the biology, on the physiology, they end up having a lot of problems, and they accuse the implant when really it's them that were not prepared or properly trained to deliver that kind of service. So again, in answering your question, get some level of education in it. It looks the same, but it's not the same. So
Absolutely, yes. I think every implant science is not related to the master science that is implantology. So it's very important to get a little bit of education on every system, every science, and every art. Thank you so much, Dr. Noumbissi. We
absolutely.
come with that. We come to the end of the question and answer session. It's now time for you to grace the world's first virtual ceramic implant congress. Tell us a little bit about the congress and tell us why someone should be a part of the virtual congress.
Well, the reason we, first of all, the reason we went virtual was really because the world has been somewhat on a lockdown for pretty much 9, 10 months now. We're coming up on a year of not being able to function like we used to before. So, that being said, it's hard to travel. It's hard to host live physical events. So we had our last congress. Actually, believe it or not, our last congress was in New Orleans, and I dare say that it was probably the last event in the United States in 2020, live event, because we finished our event on a Sunday and the United States was completely shut down on the Tuesday or the Wednesday of the week that came up. So it's unbelievable. So we are used to being a very active association, and between our yearly events, we have courses, we have trainings, and all that kind of stuff. Actually, we have another course, our very first one in North Carolina next month also. But we decided to go with a virtual congress because, one, having been locked down for so many months, we saw the power of distance education. I mean, Zoom has always been there, Skype has always existed, but with the lockdown, we've seen the power and the level at which technology was able to rise within a few months to be able to provide such events and not have to have people travel. This is not the preferred way to have an event. I would have liked to be able to shake your hand. I would like to be able to see you physically. But again, the reality today is that we have to do this using the wonderful technology that we have. So why did we do this? Because, one, we found that there was a technology and possibility to reach a broader range of people. Okay, we've always had this event in the United States, in different parts of the United States. We've had people come from all corners of the world, but this time people can't travel, don't have to travel. Everything is going to be virtual, and the quality of the content and the quality of the speakers is going to be exceptional. So I really encourage everybody to come and be aware of this. Okay, come in and listen. You don't have to throw away your titanium implants. We're not here to call you a bad dentist because you're not doing ceramic implants. We're here to share this information. We're here to educate, in an independent manner, as you noted very well when you were introducing me. This is not about one system versus the other. Yes, we're sponsored and accompanied in this mission by some systems, but it's not about a system. It's about the philosophy. It's about the technology. And we hope that many people join in and at least learn, be aware of it. So when a patient comes in and talks about it, you don't look at them like they're your professor or something like that, So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sammy. It was such a pleasure to have you answering to those questions. Ladies and gentlemen, even though we've officially launched the International Congress a few days back, I take this opportunity to invite you all to be a part of this mega 2 days event packed with scientific presentations, panel discussions, and of course, to understand the philosophy, the science, the art of ceramic implantology. Come explore the world of metal-free implantology. A quick recap to let you know who the organizers are. The event has been organized by the International Academy of Ceramic Implantology. Yes, we have the president himself with us, Dr. Sammy, along with the American Ceramic Society, in association with the American Society of the Ceramic Implantology and the Zirconia Implant Research Group. This event is managed, promoted, and powered by DentistChannel.Online, a dental media company. A big thank you to our official sponsors for the event, starting with our platinum sponsors, Zircon Medical, coming with their patent implant system. Gold sponsors, Brident Group. Silver sponsors, Coho Biomedical Technology with the Seapon Dental Implant System. And of course, last but not the least, Camlog with Ceralock Ceramic Implant System. Save the dates, 12th and the 13th of December 2020. You can register and book your seats on www.DentistChannel.Online. I repeat, www.DentistChannel.Online, and of course, www.IAOCI.com. This is your host for this morning, this afternoon, this evening, Ruben Lobo, signing off. Looking forward to seeing each and every one of you being a part of the biggest virtual ceramic implantology event of 2020. Come explore the world of metal-free implantology. Goodbye and have a good day ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruben. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.